after you get your shape flex onto your linen, you'll next trace all the templates onto your linen. You can use Fray Check. I love it, and if you wanted to run a little bead of Fray Check against the edge of your linen, it will completely stop any of the fraying that happens with linen. But once you put linens or Fray Check on your linen, it's there to stay. So you don't want to put so much that it bleeds into your design. It also makes it stiff around the edge when you're stitching. I wanted to show you the birdhouse because it has wool pieces on it, and I've already done that detail stitches. You want to make sure that you have all your stitches on the front piece before you start trying to put it together or cut the pieces apart. I found that when using linen, I wanted to have a pretty crisp edge, and if I just did a blanket stitch around it, I had a lot of little fray things. I'll show you an example on this house. I've got to go back and either put a little stitch or clip these. I don't like that. I want it to be completely smooth. So when doing this birdhouse, I'm coming back around and I'm going to do the double blanket stitch. Okay, so after you've finished your complete double blanket stitch line, can you see how I'm just cutting this? I'm not cutting it exactly on the friction line, but I would say a scant eighth. Now, when I get to the wool part, I don't want any of this linen showing, so I'm trying to cut it right on the edge. Now I'm going to cut out the back. So then you're going to put them on. Can you see how mine doesn't exactly match? This one's really bad. This is a great example for me to start on. This side is matching well, the bottom's matching well, but I don't know what happened to this roof part. So guess what? I get to trim. I would definitely pin this. I'm going to start on the bottom. I want to leave a little bit of a space because you're going to want to stuff it. So see, I'm going to catch the shape flex. You can't see my thread at all in the back, and I'm going to pull. That hides that knot. And then I'm just going to start around, and I just do blanket stitch. And on the first one, I always try to get about the same distance, kind of the depth in whatever I'm stitching together. But truthfully, you don't have to be super perfect. Can you see how this is kind of showing some fray? When you pull your blanket stitch, it really does secure the edge of the linen, and especially when you go around a second time. You can kind of see that there's a little bit of stretch where my fingers were holding the linen. Don't let that worry you. When you stuff them, they turn out perfect. On the back of each ornament, we're going to include some oatmeal wool, and you can make a little pocket. So my grandkids always love little messages. So when I make theirs, I'm going to put a little message, and it may be things like make cookies with grandma, take something to a neighbor, color. I'm going to make it specific to the family whose Advent I'm making. If you had a cute garland, you could hang these from your garland, and I think it would just be darling.